Hello you beautiful souls, welcome here. Today we've got October 2022 predictions for you and your life. I've got 3 piles of cards for you to choose from. I will insert the picture of the piles in a second. As always, please take your time, listen to intuition, and then choose a pile that attracts you the most. Let's go. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, or everybody who chose this pink Chalcedony stone. Let's see what does October have in store for you. And we've got the moon, child, the world, waiting, 10 of Swords, and cancellation. You guys, I'm getting 2 storylines here, and both of them are quite specific, and I think I'm going to voice 2 of them. Probably because many people chose this pile. It just feels like the direction of this reading wants to split the metaphors I'm getting here. For many of you, I feel like you've been dealing with your subconscious stuff. You've been dealing with your programming, possibly very recently in the past, dealing with your emotions, trying to soothe yourself, trying to listen to your work with your inner child, I should say, with your fears probably. What am I afraid of? You know, there's just this feeling of, what am I scared of? What am I afraid of? Okay, I'm afraid of facing that fear. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go and do it tomorrow. For example, I'm scared of bungee jumping. Well, I'm gonna go and do it. I'm gonna get rid of this fear. It doesn't have to be something material, practical. It can be just something emotional that you are scared of. I'm scared of confronting this person. I'm scared of behaving in this way, putting myself out there in a certain way. I'm scared of being firm about something emotional, and I feel like you've been dealing with it. Could be in regards to a relationship for some of you, relating to other people, feeling where it is that you are a little bit vulnerable, a little bit maybe immature in some way, or behaving from a place of like victimhood, or feeling sorry for yourself, just all of those not uplifted, empowered states, I should say. Again, fears, worries, doubts, dealing with those. Almost like bringing them to the surface, looking them in the face and saying, you're not governing me anymore, you're not ruling over my life anymore, I can deal with you, I'm stronger than this. This is something that you've been doing, I feel like recently, maybe for the last month or a few months for many of you. Dealing with maybe melancholy or some kind of grief, sadness, fear of the future. And there is almost this determination. I'm not gonna give in. I'm not giving in to the conversations in my head, the voices in my head, the fears in my heart. I want to deal with them. I want to face them. Like to be brave and to bring them to light. And close up the cycle. Maybe this feeling of I need somebody to complete me, or I need people to support me, or I need to be loved to be happy, or I need somebody to make me happy. And then it's almost like you're trying to get rid of those patterns, thinking patterns for many of you. That's the more internal work that I'm getting. There's another storyline here, and I'm sure it's not going to resonate with everybody. There could be pregnancy or fertility stuff that many people have been dealing with. Well, some of the people who chose this pile. Getting pregnant, and maybe you had to deal with worries over that, or kind of concern that you have. Or maybe wanting to have children and then dealing with your issues about that, or prejudices about that. Or maybe some of you even gave birth and dealing with infants things like that. And it's almost like a whole new world, whole new experience for you. Again, it's a very specific message. It doesn't resonate with you. You don't have to claim it. What's happening now? There is this feeling that you're waiting for a liberation of some sort. You're waiting for a closure of some kind of chapter in your life, for a peaceful resolution, for things to come back around and give you this peace, give you this tranquility, give you this sigh of relief almost. There's something you've been waiting for. For many of you, it's a huge part of your life, a journey that you've been on, that is closing up, or that is bringing the truth to the surface. I want to clarify this world for you guys. Give me a second. Pile 1. What is this world about for pile 1? Okay. There's something that you've been investing a lot of your time, a lot of your effort, a lot of your love into. There's a lot of perseverance, and you've done a lot of work. You put the seed into the ground in order for it to grow in the future. But then at some point you kind of got disheartened about this whole thing. Disheartened, and maybe it's not for me, maybe it's never going to make me happy, maybe I shouldn't be hopeful anymore. And for many of you guys, I do feel like it's related to emotional sphere, to love, to connections, relationships, a certain person in your life. And I do feel like it's coming from the past. It's not waiting for something new to show up, since it's the world, it's the end of a cycle, it's breakthrough, it's clarity, it's peace, it's completion, taking things to a new level. We clarified this world with the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. It's like, I've been waiting for so long, I've invested so much of myself into this, and I'm just waiting I just want a resolution at this point. But again, there is love here in this situation, whatever it is that you've been hoping for, waiting for, there is love. Even if it's like a passion of yours, like a business or work situation, there are genuine feelings here. For many of you, I do feel like it's a relationship, because we've got this Knight of Cups here. I do feel that there is more love that is coming into the situation, more genuine kindness, softness, clarity. But we also got this 10 of Swords for the future position. And I love that it's being clarified with consolation. Again, an ending, a completion that is coming your way. But for you, I don't feel like it's a heavy one. It's almost like a liberation, and you're gonna travel lightweight after this. Some things are going to get much more easier. And I do feel like it's connected to the situation that I was just talking about with this world, the 10 of Swords. Actually quite similar energies, quite similar. And it's just the way things have been, they cannot continue no longer in the same way, in the same dynamic. And some kind of burdensome situation that was on your mind, that was making you feel stressed, and maybe there was a lot of waiting, anticipating, and feeling worried about it, it's gonna be ended, like clear cut. That's it. And there is this relief that will come over you. I want to clarify this 10 of Swords as well. What is this 10 of Swords about for pile 1? it's almost like I'm not carrying this weight anymore. I'm not carrying the weight of the situation on my shoulders anymore. You guys, I'm so sorry. I had to talk to Pechenka because she was eating my furniture. Again, there is this feeling that an ending of a certain situation, of the heaviness, of the stuckness I'm sensing, an ending of this uncomfortable state. And we clarify this Ten of Swords with the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. It could be that there's this ending concerns another person, masculine, quite mature, stable, somebody who's very focused on money and finances at the moment, since we've got the King of Pentacles. Is the energy of a spouse in traditional tarot as well, so that could resonate for some of you. With the Ace of Swords, it's about clarity, it's about communication, conversations, messages. And the Ten of Wands, it's heavy situation, heavy weight that you have to carry up the hill. And I do see a resolution in this whole situation, a breakthrough, and almost like an ending of this feeling of being torn and in between somehow. I feel like if this resonates with you, then you'll understand what I'm talking about, especially with the world in the middle of your reading. There could also be different cultures, religions, nationalities, or distance involved for some of you, geographical distance. Because I often look at the middle of the spread reading as like the main theme that the person is dealing with. Maybe again foreign things, travel, more clarity coming in about travel, more understanding, more opportunities. And again, ending of a certain situation. For example, maybe you guys are stuck in a certain environment, in a certain physical place. And you don't like being there, and you want to travel back to your home country or to a certain other place, but because of certain restrictions in place, you couldn't do that. Now there's an ending, Ten of Swords, an ending of that waiting, an ending of that stuckness, restrictions. You feel relief, and now you can move on. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? We've got the Nine of Cups. It's in regards to some big dream of yours, your wish fulfillment, something that the picture in your mind, in your heart, in your soul that would bring you this ultimate happiness, ultimate emotional fulfillment, a wish come true. October is like a key month for that. Something that you've been trying to manifest, something that you've been hoping for, dreaming about. Let's look at your oracle cards, you guys. Money is coming in for many of you in a big way. The first card we've got here is Door to Value. This is like the Ace of Pentacles. Almost like a door of prosperity, of financial growth. Maybe some opportunity comes your way that starts a really good period of your life where you don't feel scarcity, where you don't feel like you're lacking something, you cannot afford things. Again, definitely improvement in your finances here. Then you guys, we've got this card, Discontent and Boredom. That's the energy of waiting. I really would associate this feeling of waiting with this card here. Then the Moon is quite similar with melancholy and not feeling emotionally satisfied, and like, I'm not really happy, I'm not really feeling too many happy emotions, good emotions. It's like life is a little bit gray. I do feel like it's going to end somewhere in October, possibly towards the end of October with this Ten of Swords for the future position, middle to end of October. Emotional dissatisfaction, maybe even this numbness, emotional numbness ending. Then we've got this card, Simplicity. And I love this card, and I love that it depicts a feather, which is very light. And I feel like it's important for you because life has been heavy for you, difficult for you. Even if nothing in particular burdensome was going on, just your soul felt heavy, like you have to drag one foot in front of the other and make things work and get by. And with that Ten of Wands we had, with the Ten of Swords here, it's like I cannot wait for things to get simpler. I cannot wait for some resolution. I cannot wait for my life to get less tangled. I cannot wait for clarity. Simplicity, basically, simplicity, yeah, with this feather. And it's coming, Definitely you will go back to basics, simplify your life, understand complex things that had to that had to happen, and definitely get out of this confused and anxious and worried state with this moon and this child, and realize almost that life is not that difficult, life is not that complex. We make it so sometimes, very often, with our fears, with our logic and brain getting in the way. Again, money, you guys. Then we've got this card prosperity. Money is coming in for sure. Already a few indications of is Pechinka moving the camera? I think she is. Anyway, it's okay for now. For many of you, I do feel like a big breakthrough of some sort. For example, if you're a public figure, you might go bigger. Your business booming, you're getting more clients, people are noticing you, especially with this world in the middle of your spread. Maybe you're going, expanding, extending your career overseas. For some of you, it could be a big breakthrough that I was talking about, that leads to this prosperity, leads to this door of value opening up in your life, opening for you. And then we've got this card Gibbous Moon, and it says you're very close to achieving your goal. Beautiful. Yeah, again, so much energy. Look at this, 2 major arcana already in your spread. And also this feeling of an ending of a cycle, resolution, breakthrough. The World, which is the last of the major arcana card, it's like wrapping up something, seeing the fruits of your labor. Then the 10 of Swords, which is believed to be a heavy card, negative card, but again, in your case, it's been clarified with consolation, and I'm not getting intuitively heaviness from it, as I would in other readings. I'm not getting much heaviness from it. It's almost something that is long time overdue, something that had to happen long time ago. The ending of the heaviness, the ending of a long, uncomfortable state, uncomfortable dead end, stuckness. You are very close to achieving your goal. And what does this goal consist of? What is it about? I feel like it's about this 9 of Cups, this dream of yours, this wish fulfillment, something that's your the big desire of your heart. Yeah. Very, very close. I want to say you're very close, within a hand's reach. Like a final wrapping up of this old chapter, old behaviors, old patterns, and you are done. And there is this breakthrough. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. What does October 2022 have in store for you, pile 1? I keep checking if she moved the camera or not, but I feel like I should move her to be safe. Okay, now it's better. You see, you guys, the card we've got here is clean it up. Cleaning up the mess, untangling, yeah, that's the word, the complex, messy situation, cleaning up your life, simplifying your life, getting rid of what's not serving you anymore. Maybe it's just emotional residue from some heavy experience, some heavy relationship, heavy, possibly even childhood, possibly even stuff that's been dragged from your childhood, some patterns that are making your life more complicated than it should be. Maybe fears about relationships, fears about a certain person in your life or a certain aspect of your life, just things that you believe in, but they are dictated by your fears, by your past, by negative assumptions, and they are not real. They're not real. And I see an ending of that, and it's almost like, whew, I'm free, and even you're gonna breathe differently, you're gonna walk differently, you're gonna feel like you were born again. After this world, we've got the Fool, which is the child, newborn child. the first card. Well, the zero card. A new start, new beginning. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. What does October have in store for you guys? Pile 1. What does October 2022 have in store for you? I love this. We've got this card, Ocean of Eternal Love, and it says healing, creativity, fertility, believe it or not. And with this child, starting your reading again, many of you, even if it's like 10 people out of 200, 300 that watches this pile, there's something about children, conception, fertility, starting a family, giving birth to children, not so much adopting, but bringing a child into this world yourself. This could be a big theme in October. Or even unexpected pregnancy. And seeing this Ten of Swords as an ending of a past life. When you get pregnant, when you have a child, your life is not obviously changing in so many ways. You have to be careful. You then start thinking about the future, and the way you used to live it's like the old chapter of your life is falling away. Definitely the Ten of Swords energy, and with the world it's like the soul journey must be an important message for some of you here, you guys. For others, I do feel like healing of your life, healing of yourself, of your emotions, of again your fears, facing them, dealing with them, and liberating yourself. With this card, the world, it's very open-minded way of living life, way of seeing yourself, seeing other people, seeing the world. Just freedom. There's the sense of freedom. And love, self-love, unconditional love to others. And at the bottom we also have this card, Harmony. And it says power, self-confidence, productivity. I love this. I love this for you guys. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. What does the month of October have in store for you? October 2022. And we've got this card, Opportunity. It says live in the moment, let go of the past. There is no point worrying about the future. A wonderful opportunity exists for you today. Embrace it. And I love the colors on this card. It's all yellow and bright and just very positive solar plexus chakra stuff. With this world, it's like again a window of opportunity. Some kind of new chapter is about to start for you, and it's important for you to see it, to recognize it, just like in this imagery opening of the circle. And we have the Door to Value card as well. It could be related to your career. At the bottom we also have this card, Balance. Libra season, no wonder. It says balance. All is perfect just the way it is. Own and acknowledge every part of you, and you will find the balance you are seeking. Letting go of the fears, letting go of the worries, of thinking patterns you brought from childhood, maybe in regards to your parents and relationships and the family dynamic you saw. Just don't need all of that. I need to be free. I want to feel like a newborn child and start this life from a clean slate without any prejudices. For some reason prejudice feels important here for this pile. I cannot shake this feeling off. Like I don't want to carry all my fears, all my prejudices, all my patterns from the past into my life anymore. They got so heavy, uncomfortable, and it's like a dead weight. I just want to shake it all off and move lightweight, just like this feather with the Simplicity card. Let's get some tea leaf cards, you guys. Pile 1. What does the month of October have in store for you? October 2022. we've got so many months of the year in your tea leaf cards, but let's start with the first one, and it's Turkey. It says someone is behaving stupidly. Very interesting. And you guys, I don't want to be mean, but I feel like this is what I've started with. It's almost like I don't want to be led by the stories in my head, by this voice in my head that is fooling me, by the fears that are coming up to the surface. It's like it's irrational to walk away from a certain relationship because this person reminds me of somebody from my past, or it's irrational to shy away from expressing myself because I was punished for that when I was a kid. Like the stories we all have and we carry, and sometimes it feels like I just want to be free. I want to be free, not be a child, like not be controlled by stories of my childhood, stories that are not relevant for me at the moment, right now, here, at this point in my life. And with this card, someone is behaving stupidly. There is a lot of introspection, a lot of looking at the way you undermine yourself, the way you self-sabotage. Big month for that. And then we've got the month of the year card, and it's June. So June could be an important month. Maybe something that you started in June is going to blossom in October, or maybe we've got June-born people watching this, so Geminis or Cancer people. Then we've got Skull, and it says hidden secrets can harm you. Interesting. Maybe this is just the stuff that you're not sharing with others. Just your worries, your concerns, your troubles, and you're keeping all of it to yourself, and it's really hard on you. It's like there needs to be an outlet for the things you're dealing with. Therapist, a good friend, talking with a family member. Not carrying all of this weight yourself, all alone. Then we've got this card Tree, and it says affairs with your family. Maybe getting together with your family, celebrating something, moving in, well, not moving in, but moving towards your family, where they are with this world, reconnecting with your family members possibly. Even like Zooming, it's also the world energy, like online ways of seeing people who are half across the globe across from us. Oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde, thank you very much. Then we've got this card Wall, and it says misunderstanding. I feel like it's more so about relationships and the way it's literally a wall, a China wall, which is very sturdy and tall. I walked it when I was a teenager with my dad. I went up to the top of it. It was hell because it was summer, it was really hot, and anyway, misunderstanding. And again, those things that undermine your relationships, your understanding, the way you talk to other people, the way you make your point come across, or the way you perceive others. I feel like all of the stuff that's dragging from the past and not letting your relationships blossom, you're going to deal with that in the month of October. Yeah, look at that. We've got this card Casket, and it says someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. 100%. And I know it might not be easy to hear for many of you. First of all, if this message doesn't resonate with you, feels right, feels wrong, feels uncomfortable, probably not yours. For others, there are so many indications of that with this world, the Ten of Swords. Just something heavy ending, and it's like I'm free. Could be a divorce for some of you, could be just leaving a situation behind, leaving a relationship, leaving uncomfortable situation, and I feel finally free, emotionally, mentally, physically for some of you, even if you relocate or something like that. I'm done. Then we've got another month of the year, and it's April. So April could be a significant month, or we've got April born people, so Aries or Taurus people. Then you guys, we've got this card Love. So I do feel like all is not lost, especially with this someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. I feel like what's meant to go is meant to go, because there's something more beautiful on the horizon for you. And I don't often draw this card from this deck. I don't often see it. And I love this for you because it feels so healing. Remember the eternal, what was it? ocean of eternal love that we had as well. Fertility, creativity, wholeness, the sense of freedom and healthy love that is coming your way in the next month. Then we've got another month of the year, and it's July. So far, what did we have? June, April, July. So again, Cancer energy coming through strongly, Leo now as well. My gosh. Then we have this card Lightning, and it says, control your anger or you will be sorry. Some of the cards are quite intense in this deck, you know, so far. You guys, quite intimidating, but again, those emotional reactions with this moon, with this turkey, it's almost like respond, do not react. That's a big lesson of October. Dealing with the past, dealing with things that trigger you. And it's, why am I feeling so upset? Why am I feeling so resentful, hurt? Because of this person saying this, or maybe kind of treating me this way. Why does it bring so much emotion inside of me? I don't want to feel like a vulnerable kid anymore. I want to feel empowered. It doesn't touch me much. I know who I am. I know that I'm a beautiful person. My heart is full of love. I'm capable. I'm strong. I'm free from that scenario. I'm free from that script I have in my mind that certain situations are dangerous, people are dangerous, or I don't know, I should avoid this red flags, or I should be careful with that. Just a lot of restrictions you build in your head, a lot of storylines and consequences that you are very vigilant about and worried about, wary about, and it's like all making you so burdened. And I feel like October is the purging month, cleansing month for all of that. And then you guys, we've got this card Ladder, and it says climbing towards success. Absolutely, absolutely. Success is coming your way, money is coming your way with this financial door to value, with this prosperity card. You're on the right path and you're only going upwards, upwards and upwards. And I'm very happy for you. Let's get some final cards. Pile 1. Let's get an advice for you for the month of October. Pile 1, what advice do you need for the month of October? We've got this card, Give Back. I love the imagery on it. This woman holding a rose and the petals are falling in another person's palm. And it says, today is the day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It is about giving back without any thoughts or expectations of getting anything in return. Reach out and touch other people's spirits, as it's highly likely that someone really needs it today. Almost this will be the month of forgetting yourself a little bit and falling into this honest generosity, soft generosity, kindness, and I just wanna forget my stuff for a second, forget my insecurities, forget my fears, and become fearless, courageous in helping others, in loving others, and just small acts of kindness. I feel like they're going to fulfill your soul in the month of October. And I feel like you really need it, because by giving to others, we give to ourselves in a big way. Everything, karma is real. Karma is real. Everything comes back to us one way or another. Energy never dies, never gets destroyed. It always comes to us, sometimes from unexpected sources and in unexpected circumstances. So yeah, giving to others is beautiful. So this is all I have for you, Pile 1. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Beautiful pile number 2, or everybody who chose this turquoise stone. Let's see, what does the month of October 2022 have in store for you? And we've got the 4 of Wands, money, 2 of Wands, prison, the devil, and pleasure seekers. Okay, pile 2. I do feel like overall it's a month that is quite pleasurable, and satisfying and very grounded in material and practical things that you do. Let's say that. I feel like money for sure will be important in this month. Amplifying your money. That's the word? Amplifying? What's the word? Mercury retrograde. Increasing your finances, saving for something, possibly related to your home situation, to your stability in life. Just this feeling of everything is good. I'm abundant. I'm stable. I've got this foundation. I've got this safety net. For many of you, I do feel like it's been at the forefront of your mind, of your attention in recent times, maybe last month or even a few months. I just need to build this safe foundation for myself, stable foundation, where I feel like my life is not shaky. I've got enough money. Maybe you've been trying to save or budget and invest into something or improve your living situation, your home, living space here. Maybe saving to buy a property for some of you could be important. But talking about property and buying, we've got this 2 of Wands in the middle of your spread. There's this torn feeling. First of all, some of you are looking elsewhere, possibly looking to travel, looking to relocate, or maybe looking for other places to live, not where you are currently, or hoping to be in a certain other location. And you feel stuck, maybe restricted because of certain restrictions we all know about. I think they are still in majority of the world. Some countries are more free than others, but most of the world is still stuck. Just feeling like I'm not thriving where I am a little bit. I don't feel free. I don't feel expansive. And I'm looking towards more, better life, more opportunities, more. I want to expand somewhere else. Whether it's going there yourself or possibly maybe expanding your business to other places, your work related stuff. Yeah. There's two of Wands. There's just this weighing out the options, thinking for ways to improve your life. Do I choose this? Do I choose that? How can I feel more free? How can I feel more prosperous? How can I feel more... Where is the place that aligns with my life? That aligns with my values, my lifestyle? I want to clarify this 2 of Wands for some reason. Give me just a second. What is this 2 of Wands about for pile 2? Okay. Yeah, where is my home? Where is my tribe? Where is my family? Maybe you are separated from somebody who's far from you, for some of you guys who chose this reading. From some family members, from your partner, your loved one. There's just this feeling it's interesting. We clarified this 2 of Wands with the 10 of Pentacles, which is the energy of stability, of home, traditions, dynasty. But in this deck in particular, it depicts the world, which is everything I was talking about, the globality, the foreign things, the travel, distance, all of that. And this is a very stable energy, but it's interesting that again it shows this imagery of just opportunities and growth, expansion. Then we've got the 2 of Swords and the Emperor. It could be literally that you are thinking of somebody's in the picture here for you. This Emperor person, somebody stable, somebody mature, somebody quite practical, somebody a little bit rigid, a little bit stubborn. This is, what is that? The sign of Aries could be important for some of you. Maybe this is your sign, their sign, like prominent energies in your charts. It's it's like looking out into a distance and comparing the options. What can be done here still? Where is my home? Where is my happiness? Where is my 10 out of 10, the best ultimate living situation? Stability. I feel like many of you are craving stability and home and safety. And then, you guys, we've got this very interesting energy of the devil and pleasure seekers. Let me see. What is this devil about for pile 2? Okay, very lovely times I had for you, pile 2. And I was curious, why am I not feeling too much darkness and heaviness that usually carries, the devil usually carries this card, this energy. And I wasn't feeling it. I'm just looking at it and I want to laugh. I'm looking at this devil and this pleasure seekers and I want to laugh. I feel very playful and flirtatious and like game is on kind of feeling. And then clarifying, I see why. We clarified the devil with the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. It's very good emotionally satisfying energies. It's allowing yourself to go into possibly a certain relationship and experiencing all of this comfort, all of this love with this 10 of Cups, with your family, possibly with your loved one. Indulging a little bit again, even the devil is like falling into your bodily pleasures. That's just not coming out right. Yeah, bodily pleasures, I'm just gonna go with it. Drinking a bit too much wine, so you're a little bit hangover. Satisfying your physical urges, intimacy and whatnot with the Page of Cups, with the 10 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles is also very grounded energy of like, I want to become more embodied, connect with my body, with what my body wants right now, eating a little bit too much of sweets or just like pizza, I don't know. Well, in the past I've been eating salads for the last, 6 months. Pleasure, seeking pleasure and receiving it. And I'm not getting like heavy consequences of that or disappointment, or it just feels like it's emotionally fulfilling, like your soul needs it. Reconnecting with a certain person and just totally falling in lust with them and in love as well. I'm not only seeing lust. We've got the 10 of Cups, you guys, here. The 10 of Cups. There is love here in the picture. There is commitment, there is tenderness, softness. With the Page of Cups, it's like a surprise of how much emotional substance is still there. Again, the energy of surprise seems very prominent, like a gift for some of you, or like physical, tangible present. Flirtation, going on very sexy dates, things like that. This devil in this particular case feels good to me because you guys deserve it. I feel like you've been very prudent and like, oh, I'm just gonna sit in the corner and read my book. And that's been like that for the last 3 years. Now it's about letting yourself loose and enjoying the pleasure of life, coming back to your body. I want to look at the bottom of your deck, you guys, to see the background story. We've got Justice. This is very interesting. From this Justice, I do feel like it's in regards to relationships, and we are in Libra season after all here. Venus, Libra, partnerships, and the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh, this is powerful. And the 6 of Cups. Could be a reunion with somebody, and quite a steamy one, quite butterflies and everything, and fires, like sparks, fireworks, all of that. But it also has substance. It also has this feeling of stability, this feeling of equality, equal give and take, of support. With this 4 of Wands opening your reading, with the Justice at the bottom of the deck. Let's look at your oracle cards. Let's see what we've got here. No surprise. Love. We've got this card, Door to Romance. This is like the Ace of Cups in traditional tarot. Yeah, definitely giving into love, giving into lust, to flirtatious energy, romantic energy, and like allowing it to come to you, bringing it in, accepting it, and it's like, I'm not gonna resist it anymore, I'm not gonna be torn, I'm not gonna be confusing myself more than necessary. I'm just gonna live here and now for once. And with this Devil, it's like going for it, for sure, with this love, door to romance. We also have this card, Emotional Withdrawal. This is very interesting. With this Two of Wands, I do see a little bit of a conflict, your emotions and your mind, practicalities and the matters of your heart. And with this emotional withdrawal, I do feel like you might need to just step away from your worries, step away from your prejudices, step away from your confusion and fears and disappointments, and let yourself be in peace. Let yourself enjoy the present moment. And for some of you, literally, Eight of Cups is the energy of moving forward, going towards your destiny. Could be about relocation, travel, things like that, looking for your place in the world. Then we've got this card, Focus. Beautiful. I feel like I've been getting it very often recently in my readings. With this Two of Wands, I'm sensing the focus here with this decision that needs to be made, or again, relocation, travel, move. I cannot shake this message off. Focus on the future, focus on the potential, focus on the opportunities, focus on what's possible still, rather than the pain of the past, disappointments of the past, things like that. Then we've got this beautiful card, New Beginnings. I love this. Again, that focus of yours, that determination to go forward, to move forward, is opening this door for a new beginning for you. And we've got this card, Door to Romance. Could be a new beginning in love for many of you, or reboot, a fresh chapter in your current situation, love situation. So it's beautiful. A lot of hopeful energy here, a lot of excitement, a lot of inspiration I'm getting. Yeah, bring it on. I'm ready to enjoy myself, enjoy this life. And then we've got this card, New Moon in Aquarius, and it says bring love into the situation. Absolutely. Especially if you've been pulling away from it, focusing solely on career, on money, on shit that needs to be done. It's like, I'm ready to go into my heart. I'm ready to explore this area. I'm ready to love in all ways, in all aspects of that word, with this Devil here especially. Let's get some more cards, you guys. Pile 2. What does the month of October have in store for you? We've got this card, Deep Knowing. Very interesting. You guys, I feel like many of you know what is coming already. Like you see it unfolding, you see it intuitively, you feel it, you get hunches, you get a hunch, the gut feeling, something is about to happen, and it's like here and there glimpses and synchronicities and information is coming in already, and deep inside of you, you know what is to come, this new beginning, possibly in love, this emotional fulfillment, physical fulfillment. And at the bottom we've got this card, Between Worlds, very similar to this Two of Wands, even the imagery, like this person is standing on a cliff. Do I go here? Do I go there? What do I do? What do I decide for myself? I feel stuck. And it's a transit, like a transition that you're going through right now, that is going to be completed in October. Like you'll make a full transit, full transition. Let's get some more cards. Pile 2. What do you have to know? What does the month of October 2022 have in store for you? Okay, we've got this card, Moonlight, and it says travel, romance, potential. with this card, I feel like it's like a summary of this whole reading, to be honest. Travel, romance, potential. We've got all of this card, all of these energies. Door to romance, Two of Wands is about travel, potential is about new beginnings. So literally, many of you might be traveling, somebody traveling to you, going on a honeymoon. The Devil and the Pleasure Seeker feels heavily like a honeymoon, like let's just enjoy good food and wine and go on romantic dates, sightseeing. Let's do some sightseeing and skinny dipping and swimming in the ocean. Just letting my imagination go far. Things like that. For everybody, obviously, it's going to be a different thing, but overall, definitely romance, definitely travel is in the picture somehow, in some way. Let's get some more cards. Pile 2. What does the month of October have in store for you? Okay, we've got this card, Heart's Desire. I love this card so much in this deck. And it says, you are being showered with love. Your time of waiting will soon be over. All your heart's deepest desires will be fulfilled. Isn't it wonderful? And with this Four of Wands, the Devil energy, the door to romance, I do feel like you're bringing in whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that would make you really happy, that would fulfill your soul, like a manifestation of your desire. Let's get some tea leaf cards, you guys. Pile 2. What does the month of October 2022 have in store for you? Okay, and the first card we've got for you guys is Broken Wishbone, and it says wish will not be granted. This is very interesting because to me, I feel like this is what you've been going through with this Two of Wands and prison. It's almost like I have this desire in my heart, but it's like it's been taken away from me every time I'm getting closer to it. But we also had this heart's desire, and your deepest desires will be fulfilled message on this card. It's almost like this card, this situation is turning around. Eventually you will get what you want. You'll be very fulfilled. Even though right now you have to struggle with this wish fulfillment, this desire like disappointing you, not materializing in your life just yet. And then we have this card Rabbit, and it says too much concern with sexual matters. Can you make this up? Like exactly the Devil and Pleasure Seekers energy. October feels like a steamy month. It does, for sure. Then we've got this card Hand, and it says in need of help, assistance and guidance. And I do feel like help will be given to you, you guys. Especially coming from a romantic partner or collaboration with somebody. Libra things. Remember the Justice at the bottom of the deck? You will receive this help, support, understanding. Then we've got this card Teardrops, and it says great personal sorrow. For some of you it could have been a separation that you went through. Maybe you lost somebody, maybe things didn't work out in the past and you shed a lot of tears because of it. Felt true sadness. And then we've got this card Fan, and it says romance, celebration, party. Absolutely. Romance, so many times this message came in your reading. And it's interesting how this card fell right under the rabbit on the table for me. The celebration party and the sexual matters. But I guess it will resonate for some of you. Then we have this card Handshake, and it says a meeting with a stranger could be important. Again, people in your life, connections are very, very important. Hat, it says you will be playing a different role. Interesting. Yeah, it does feel like a switch up in what you're doing, what you are most involved into, and there's more pleasure, more fun, more joy coming in, rather than sadness, heaviness, disappointment, things not going your way. Then we've got this card finger, and it says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. I feel like more so now, what you're going through right now. With the sadness, emotional withdrawal, maybe feeling like life is never going to improve for you. You'll always be stuck in a certain place, certain environment. Then we've got this card shark, and it says take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. You guys, this deck is quite intense sometimes with its messages, but maybe it's important for you to be a little bit cautious in regards to money, especially with this devil and pleasure seekers. It does feel like a tendency of going a little bit overboard and spending too much on going out, for example, or on superficial things, on for example clothes, fashion or whatnot, things that you won't enjoy in the long term, but they make you happy now and they cover some sort of emotional need in you, or food. Yeah, those things. Making sure that you don't go too crazy when things get good, because they will. And then we've got this card bell and announcement. This feels good. This feels good. Maybe announcement of relationships getting official, or announcement of some celebration, or you being invited to a certain place, or announcement of some travel opportunity coming your way, like a door opening for that. And again, somehow connected to romance in your life and relationships. Let's get an advice for you guys, pile 2. What advice do you need in the month of October 2022? And we've got this card, give back. It's interesting because it was the same card for the first pile, the same advice. And we are in the Libra season, which is all about giving to others, being generous, compromise, relationships, connectedness, togetherness. And the message in this card is, today is the day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It is about giving back without any thoughts of expectations, any thoughts or expectations of getting anything in return. Reach out and touch other people's spirits, as it's highly likely that someone really needs it today. And it's interesting, this imagery, and we also had this card hand, which is about in need of assistance, guidance, help. I do feel like you'll be dealing with people and you'll get a lot of pleasure, a lot of emotional satisfaction, joy from doing that. It's not going to be heavy, and it might result in romance or some relationship flourishing. Generosity feels like reaching out to others, giving to others, opening up your heart, trying to understand other people will be important. So this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed, and I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 3, or everybody who chose this clear quartz stone. Let's see what does the month of October 2022 have in store for you. And we've got the Page of Wands, Scholar, Seven of Swords, Love, Nine of Wands, and Widower. Pile 3. I feel like some of you, there's this message, I know it won't resonate for everybody, but I have to voice it. There is something about starting a new study, initiating a new study, possibly abroad, traveling to study, or going into university, something like that. With the Page of Wands, it's about new, exciting, something that expands your mind, gives you knowledge. You study about things that you didn't know much about. It also relates to travel. So it could be an important theme that you've been thinking about, mulling over for quite some time, and it being clarified with a scholar. For many of you it would be related to maybe applying for some courses or going to study abroad, things like that. Yeah, feels like an important theme here. Or just a new exciting project, something creative. The Page of Wands is a very creative energy. There is this spark in you. I want to do this. I want to explore this area. I want to like deepen my expertise in that, learn more about that. Could be related to other cultures, religions, philosophies, maybe spirituality for some of you, things like that. But it gives you life. It gives you this sense of, I want to dance, I want to live, I want to explore this. It makes me feel joy. I forget the time when I do this, whatever it is for you. Maybe something bodily even, because this woman, she's kind of dancing in this imagery. And then we've got the Seven of Swords and love. You guys, I feel like there is somebody in the picture, some kind of situation that you're not seeing clearly, and you are not trusting it, and you feel like you're being either fooled or confused on purpose, or some part of some information is kept secret. But there is love. There is love in this situation. The underlying theme of this is love. It could be that there is a secret admirer in your life. You might get a hunch right now who I'm talking about, or intuitively picking up on who that might be. There is hiding of the truth, somehow related to a love situation, love connection. And true love, it's very pure, with this Cupid, little chubby Cupid. I love this card in the Gypsy Oracle. But it being shown as a Seven of Swords, it's like, I'm not seeing the whole picture. It's not being brought up to the surface yet, or for now. It feels like a secret more so. Somebody pulling away or not stepping up fully and completely. Something like that. Or maybe it's a separation and the other person is not ready to come through, and they just keeping their emotions and feelings to themselves, I should say. I do feel like a lost love for many of you for some reason, especially with this Nine of Wands and Widower. There is just this feeling that somebody here put up really high guard. Could be you, could be the other person, but I also feel that it's you. Like there is a lot of discernment, a lot of suspicion. Even if this person comes through and confesses their feelings and come clear, and you have this heart-to-heart, you want to trust it. Like, I'm not sure that whatever you're saying is genuine. I've seen a lot in the past, and why did you have to be sneaky this way? Why did you have to hide this situation from me? This Nine of Wands is like, I've been through a lot. I built this fence, and I've been through a heavy journey, and I'm not letting people close to me yet, or that easily. And there's definitely somebody, it's what's like underlying story for this is something from the past. It could be the person that lost you, this connection, and maybe you closed off from them with this widower. I do feel like somebody is mourning this, mourning you, your connection, and feels still very emotionally involved, but it's like almost there's not much they can do to fix the situation, like not much they can even say to you. And there's definitely a reason. I do feel like you're quite very strong personal boundaries I'm getting from you with this Nine of Wands. I'm not so all trusting and naive and innocent anymore, that kind of stuff. Let's look at the bottom of your deck, you guys. Background story. Knight of Swords. I do feel like some kind of communication is coming in. Communication, clarity, and quite fast. Quite unexpected as well with the Seven of Swords especially. I want to clarify the Seven of Swords for some reason. I want to see more. Why is it hidden from us? What is the Seven of Swords about? For pile 3. There is a story that you walked away from, but not quite. And it's coming back around. It's coming back around. It was heavy emotionally, it caused you a lot of sadness, maybe like the turmoil, worry, but I do feel like it's coming back. We clarified the Seven of Swords with the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Page of Wands again. It could involve travel or long distance situation, differences in nationalities, things like that. I do feel that there is opportunity for improvement here, for change, some kind of breakthrough. Oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde. Groundbreaking information coming in. We've got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Something shocking, something that you haven't been expecting. But I do see this closed off energy, like I don't know if I should trust this with this Nine of Wands. Information is coming in. Eight of Wands. Communication. Cards, you guys. The first card we have is love. Love. Literally, yeah. And with this love, underline the Seven of Swords, which is the main energy. You feel that there is love still, but there is also a lot of hidden things under the surface, under the bridge. And that is why you are cautious. That is why you're not trusting this. It's not clear, it's not transparent, and that is why I'm not sure if I want to accept it into my life, do anything about it. But there is love here. Genuine emotions, possibly from your side as well, from their side for sure. Then we've got this card, Stillness. I love this card. It's almost like internal tranquility and peace, and this feeling of grace, and everything is good in my life, and I'm not shaken by stuff. I'm not being triggered anymore. Just like with this Nine of Wands, I've been through a lot, and I found this place of stillness, of comfort, of stability. And with this, I wanted to say dove, swan imagery. Swan is the symbol of beauty, of partnership. Yeah, soulmates also, because swans, they mate for life, I think. Just like, who else? Penguins, wolves, some other animals. Yeah, it does give me this feeling of romance and love. But with turbulence because there's this lack of trust. And I obviously there would be, since we've got the Seven of Swords right in the middle of your spread. It's either dealing with somebody who's very secretive, who's like slippery a little bit, who needs to be to keep things hidden, or they've got some kind of strange motives, and it's unnerving for you, it's exhausting, it's uncomfortable. Why don't you come clean? Why are you not real with me? Why are you not honest with me? But again, I don't feel like they're happy without you. They're definitely not. And they surely made their mistakes here, especially if you've got the person in your mind while you're watching this. You know who I'm talking about. Then we've got this card, Hostilities. That's exactly where you are. I don't feel like you're ready to totally open up your heart and accept them and possibly forgive them and like, oh, no problem. No worries. It's all good. No hurt feelings. Right now you are a little bit like holding your knife close to your chest, like your sword, your knife. That's creepy. Your sword of protection, and with this Nine of Wands, being a bit more wary, a bit more discerning, like... you're not gonna fool me anymore, you're not gonna just come clean, or I'm gonna fight. Then we've got this card, Trapped in Fear. And I feel like this is what's holding you back, this feeling of I don't want to burn myself again, I don't want to get heartbroken, I don't want to get fooled, taken for granted, just all of those intrusive thoughts that are going on in your head. Negative self-talk as well, because you're not seeing the full picture, and it's uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. Yeah. Then we have this card, Full Moon in Leo, and it says, don't get pride get in your way. And it's interesting that it's the closing card, and we opened with love. Quite different energies, pride and love. Maybe right now, or in October, since we are talking about October, you will be leaning more towards pride a little bit, even though this emotional fulfillment will be available to you. So there's a huge message here that don't be too proud. And even the way this girl, the imagery, the way she's looking down at whoever she's looking at, it's very almost mean look on her face. Like, don't you dare. Maybe this is something that you should be a bit more aware about, that you are holding people at a distance, not trusting them enough, inviting a bit more forgiveness, love, and will be beneficial in October. For yourself, first of all. Not for them, for yourself. Letting go of the grudges, letting go of the pride and I'm gonna show you kind of attitude. Yeah. Let's get some more cards. Pile 3. What does the month of October 2022 have in store for you? We've got this card, Imagine. Yeah, very interesting, very creative feeling I'm getting from it. Very artsy, and it's somehow connected to this Page of Wands. Exploring your art, exploring new projects, exploring new knowledge, what it is that you can study and learn. And yeah, I do feel like there will be a lot of inspiration in the month of October, a lot of this wonder and what's possible for me, for my life. And somehow love. It could be like imagining the best outcome for yourself, for your love situation, for, I don't know, peace between you and another person, resolution of some sort. Just imagine the positive instead of the negative. And stepping away from pride a little bit more. Pile 3. What does the month of October have in store for you? October 2022. Yeah, look at this. We've got this card, the Temptress, and it says seduction, deceit, a broken promise. And I do feel like it's really a summary of what you've been through in the situation, why you don't trust, why you pull away, why you go full in this self-defense and hostility towards another person. Like, how could you? How could you? Just this feeling of maybe this person promised you a lot and then they disappeared, or they pulled back and you didn't hear from them, or things like that. Yeah, just not being able to open up just yet because of how much something really hit you deeply in the past. Again, promise not being delivered, them not being clear with you, fooling around in some way. But again, it's like perception. I don't feel like they meant to hurt you guys. Pile 3, just unfortunate chain of events and maybe mishap with communication, especially if like it's written or non-verbal somehow, like not being on the same page and both parties are falling apart just because we also have this card, thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. Again, I do feel right from the beginning that there is somebody here who's loving you, who has very loving thoughts and feelings towards you. Right as we speak, there is love after all in the middle of your spread, and here we've got love. You are sensing it, you know it, but you're pulling back from it, you guys. Pile 3. What do you have to know? What does the month of October 2022 have in store for you? We've got this card, Aura of Love, and it says the union of light and dark, of earth and sky, balancer of anima and animus, the merger of two souls. Acknowledge the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, both yin and yang, to create perfect balance. Balance, just like with the stillness, calmness, peace, tranquility. It could be the balance between your mind, your logic, which would be the yin, the masculine energy, and your heart, your emotions, your love, your beautiful, pure feelings, compassion, empathy, which would be the yang, the feminine energy. Because now I feel you more in the masculine, many of you. But overall, even the imagery on this card, I do feel like there is a loving union that's possible for many of you. Let's get some tea leaf cards, you guys. Pile 3. What does the month of October 2022 have in store for you? Pile 3. Okay, and the first card we've got here is Borrow, and it says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. This could be where you are, yeah, like something has been taken away from you, or it's escaping your grasp, just cannot finally achieve it, get there, get clarity on it. Definitely a little bit of a dissatisfied state I'm getting here, and that is why you're spiky like a hedgehog here with this hostility. I'm not happy and just difficult to get to that state of peace. But you will eventually. And you guys, we've got this card Fair Man, and it says dealing with relationship with a man with blonde, grey or white hair. Definitely a man in the picture, especially if you're a woman. If you're a man, you could be recognizing yourself in this description. Then we've got this card Bag, and it says something important, such as a new job or raise. Then we've got this card Ram, and it says a stubborn, aggressive person. Very interesting. This gives me the feeling of Aries for some reason. Always, every time I draw this card, I'm like Aries. Not that all Aries are aggressive. Many of them are just fluffy cuteness. Yeah. Again, difficulties in relationships, not being on the same page, trying to work things out, trying to maybe make your temperaments work, your personalities work, so they're not clashing. Then we've got this card Dolphin, and it says financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Then we've got the month of the year, and it's April. So it could be a significant month, could be a birth month for some of you. So you could have Aries or Taurus people watching this, so maybe that's somebody you are connected with. Then we've got this card Pig, and it says beware of greed. Very interesting message. But I guess pride and greed are very similar emotions, and we all people, we all do it. Sometimes we fall in those patterns of like, I want this and I don't want it any other way, and I will not compromise, and just getting spiky. And yeah, soul growth definitely in this month. Then we have this card Horseshoe, and it says good luck. Then we have this card Axe, and it says forces working against you. I feel like it's most of your prejudice, the way you see, the way you perceive the world, especially with this hostility card. Like I have to protect myself because everybody is out there for themselves. Like people are cannot be trusted, things like that. And I do feel like it's important for you to work on that. Open up a little bit more, get out of your pride or this self-protection mechanism. Then we have this card Bull, and it says do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. No problem with that, I feel for you guys. Pile 3, you can do that for sure. This month you're very stoic, very stoic. Let's get a final advice for you guys, pile 3. Advice for the month of October 2022 for pile 3. We've got this card Strength. Literally your energy. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own way, its own unique way, and beautiful, oh my gosh, I can't read, its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You are never really alone, as we are always with you. I do feel like many of you will realize that you're strong enough, that you're over some kind of pattern that was triggering you, making you feel uncomfortable, making you feel angry possibly, or like too prideful, and it's just, I'm stronger than this. I'm done with this dynamic. I'm getting out of this situation. And love feels like an important aspect of your life in October, you guys. Very much so. So this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.